The witness, who was continuing with his testimony from where he had stopped last evening, said he next saw that the suicide bombers after the twin blasts were in the press but dead. Subuga described Musa, the Somali national, as having blood on the head. Eyes were half open and the teeth protruding. Pictures were thereafter tendered in court, presided over by Alfonso Windolo as prosecution exhibits.
What features, what is it that made you recognize the pictures which you say?
On the other hand, describing the Somali national while he was still alive, Subuga said he was a tall, light-skinned and slender man with a long nose.
And if we are prospering as well as person that will be, as well as this part was visible for they did that develop from the main moment.
Turning to describing the Kenyan suicide bomber, Kaka, the witness said he was short and dark-skinned man who had a flat big nose. Earlier, the witness, I was misled in this whole matter. I was manipulated, and when I realized the magnitude and consequences out of regret, I admitted the charge and confession. An emotional Subuga told court presided over by Alfonso Windolo. Earlier in his testimony, the 35-year-old witness was able to identify pictures of the two heads of the suicide bombers who blew themselves at Chadondo Rugby Club and Ethiopian restaurant as Musa, a Somali national, and Kaka, a Kenyan national, respectively. Subuga, who is the second prosecution witness, was also able to describe the facial features of the said suicide bombers while they were alive and dead. On being asked by the state prosecutor, Lino Anguzo, who was leading him in his testimony in chief on whether he saw the two suicide bombers after the twin blasts, the witness replied, "I saw their pictures in the press, but dead with the eyes of the Somali national half open with protruding teeth."
The Somali told me his eyes were badly closed, my lord, and if we are prospering as well as...
In the related development, the witness was in the 2011 convicted of his own plea guilty for detonating one of the bombs at Chadondo Rugby Club and sentenced to 25 years in jail, but now turned into state witness, earlier told court of how he was misled by his colleagues to be part of the deadly mission, and that he regrets the same. To that extent, he apologized to Ugandans also, quote, and that he will never be misled again into such activities. He also went on to explain to court that he was testifying against his former colleagues, now suspects, to enable the victims of the 2010 bombings get justice. Lino Anguzo, the principal state attorney, who was leading the witness to testify, asked him whether he had a grudge against any of the suspects, and he replied, no. Yesterday, this same witness narrated to court how the plot to detonate the bombs was done and how he personally detonated the second bomb at Chadondo Rugby Club. This trial involves 13 bomb suspects who are accused of being behind the twin bombings of football fans who were watching the 2010 World Cup final between Netherlands and Spain at Chadondo Rugby Club and the Ethiopian village restaurant in Kampala, killing over 76 people and leaving many injured. The suspects face charges of terrorism, murder, attempted murder, and being accessories to terrorism. Hearing continues tomorrow with a host of defense lawyers led by Caleb Alaka, expected to cross-examine Subuga at 11 a.m.